Good morning, doctor. My name is Lokasi and my matric number is 271567. I will present about the company background. Causeway Iron Works Sdn Bhd was established in 1980 and was formally incorporated in 2002. The company's main objective is to offer clients a complete range of services including engineering solution, conceptual, stage design, detailing, fabrication, service, protection, and installation. And secondly, the company is also involved in fast-moving development industry, for example, in the field of building construction as well as factories consisting of architecture, steel, and structural work. The company operates with an international organization for standardization, ISO 45001 and ISO 9001, and emphasis on safety and quality performance. In line with the company diversification and expansion plans, the company also has a group of specially trained technical profession. Apart from that, the expertise of assembly and fabrication works, the company also has experience in the design and construction of structural steel work for a building or a factory. Next is about the location of the company. The company location is located at lot 1280 Kampung Sungai Mangrove, Jalan Batu Arang, 48,000 Rawang, Selangor. The company has a rent area of 45,000 meter per square and a cover area of 23,000 meter per square. The capacity of the company is 800 to 1,500 MT per month. There are 235 human resources in this company, consisting of 50 management staff, 50 employees from the technical, administrative, financial field, and 170 factory workers and 120 construction site workers. The following is the company manufacturing process. Start from the design drawing, submission and approval of drawing, and then to material procurement and delivery, raw material inspection, issue of fabrication drawing and material, and then marking, cutting, drilling and punching, and then fit up, welding and strengthening, and the third party testing and inspection, survey preparation and painting, and the last but not least is inspection and delivery. These are the completed project of the company. The first picture is about the light rail transit line LRT3, and the second picture is the KLCC zone, and the third one is UOB Tower 2. Next is about the project background. The project located in Kuala Lumpur, Eco City, is a 25 years integrated mixed-use development, and this development project is located along Jalan Bangsa, adjacent to Mid Valley City, and surrounded by a well-established commercial precinct. Kuala Lumpur Eco City is a transit-oriented integrated complex housing commercial offices, luxury residential tower, lifestyle retail outlet, and the stylish business class hotels. The name of this project is Milestone 1 Balance of Work to Basement and Podium. This development project is a joint venture between Kuala Lumpur City Council and the KL Eco City Sdn Bhd, and this project is a proposed mixed development consisting of a partial B, which contain one office block B, 42 floor above the parking space podium, 7 floor and parking spaces, and 2 floors above the 3 floors underground parking space.
So for the first part of the content is introduction of technical drawing. Technical drawing is a layout plan that describes a technical engineering object, structural, architectural, and point of view. This purpose of this sketching is to graphically portray some real item, such as machine part, house, or all the information that is necessary about the abstraction, such as an idea and notion. Besides, technical drawing also not subtle and abstract. It can turn an idea or concept into reality. For example, they use dimension, notes, and specification. Technical drawing also use axonometric projections. Example, isometric, dimetric, and trigonometric. This technical drawing must be detailed and follow any specification of the real building.
Lines are an important element in engineering drawings because they are used to create visual representation of objects with different characteristics. The function of a line is to create the edge of a surface, the center line of a symmetrical shape, or the boundary of different parts. Based on the Kuala Lumpur Eco-City project, there are two different types of line used. Among the continuous lines are used each are type A, which is a thick continuous line with a thickness of 0.5 mm, and type B, which is a thin continuous line with a thickness of 0.25 mm. The use of different line types shows visible and hidden parts of the project drawing. For example, the outline that can be seen on the steel structure of the connecting bridge, dimension lines, additional dimension lines, and bright edge lines must use appropriate line thickness.
Next is title block of KL Eco City. Title block is a technical drawing or blueprint that contains important information of the drawing, such as date, title, revision number, name of designer, and name of the client. So from this diagram, this is one of the example of the title block KL Eco City. So we can see that they also put the scale, signature, approvals, and date of issues and material. In addition, title block also has various types of size according to the paper that we want, and commonly we use in size A4, A3, and A1.
Spatial visualization is the act of accurately imagining how a 3D object would seem when represented in 2D format, or accurately imagining how a 3D object will appear based on the details provided in a 2D representation, to be precise. Although the human brain perceives many flat pictures, such as movies and photos, as a two-dimensional or 2D, nothing literally exists without all three dimension or 3D. This is because everything that is materially present is made up of atoms, which are made up of all three spatial dimensions despite being invisible to the human sight. The first plan is the floor plan or top view from the perspective of orthographic projection. Next is the front view from the perspective of orthographic projection. Last but not least is the side view from an orthographic projection angle. So, with the three plans shows, it can provide a picture in three dimensions. A combination of three plans will form an isometric projection consisting of a top view, a side view, and front view. This is called partial visualization ability.
Hi, my name is Mushazwani Izzati binti Adiusri and my metric number is 284722. A sectional view can be defined as a cross-section of an object typically created by cutting the object along a plane and removing a portion of the object to reveal the internal structure. This type of view is often used to show the internal details of an object that would not be visible in a standard orthographic or isometric view. The sectional view is typically indicated by a dash or dotted line in the drawing, with an arrow pointing to the section plane and a note indicating the type of section. In addition to full section and half section, there is also a type of sectional view that can be used in engineering drawing. These include offset section, which show a section that is not directly on the plane of the drawing, and revolve section, which show a section that has been rotated around an axis. In engineering drawing, hatching concrete refers to the use of line pattern to indicate the presence of concrete on a plan or section view. The hatching pattern is typically used to differentiate between different types of concrete or to indicate area or reinforced concrete. The pattern and angle of the line used for hatching can vary depending on the drafting standard being used, but they are generally used to clearly and quickly identify the concrete in the drawing. This is helpful for construction and repair purpose and for identifying the different areas or sections of a concrete slab. In the case of hatching cast iron, the lines are used to indicate the presence of cast iron in a specific area of the drawing. The angle and spacing of the line can vary depending on the drafting standard being used, but they are typically used to clearly and quickly identify the presence of cast iron. Hatching is generally used to indicate the presence of different material in drawing, and it also used to indicate area of reinforced materials.
Next is about the dimensioning and tolerance. So what is dimensioning and tolerance? Dimension in engineering drawing are numerical values sourced in graphic, which are correct and accurate unit of measurement in engineering drawing in the form of line, symbols, and note. And these dimensions are shown on engineering drawing in order to determine the size of an object or drawing, such as length, height, width, radius, angle, diameter, and so on. And this purpose of this dimensioning is to provide a clear and detailed complete description of an object. And the SI unit for standard length is in the meter, and the line used in dimensioning are thin line to contrast with the outline of the object. Dimension line in the is a thin line to show the width and the direction of an object, and this line should be parallel to the part where an object is to be defined, and this line ends with an arrowhead where it touches the connection line and is broken to allow the insertion of dimension. As in the diagram of the left hand side, the dimension line is on the right, which is 9,700 millimeter, where the space does not allow the insertion of a dimension line and the dimension between the connection line. And this dimension line can be placed outside the connection line, and also can be placed on the outside of the connection line if the space between the connection lines is limited. Next is about the extension line. Extension line are on surface between which dimension apply, and these lines are perpendicular to the dimension line and extend from the object line. As shown in the diagram, a gap is left between the extension line and the line that are outside. Next is about the leaders. Leaders are used to direct dimension or not to surface or points used on an object. The leader line also has a ending and some text, and also consists of a line with or without a short horizontal bar shown next to the node or the dimension, and the slanted section ending in an arrow that touch the applicable line as shown in diagram 17. Next is about the dimension circular holes. When the leader is used, the symbol precedes the hole size. The end of a node from the leader is terminated in a short horizontal bar adjacent to the beginning or the end of the node. When two or more holes of the same size are required, the number of holes is specified. As in the diagram above, there are 8 holes that the same size with a diameter of 8. Based on the diagram on the left side, the chamfer is placed on the outside of the piece to improve its appearance and to avoid the sharp edge that may be torn out underneath or interference that occurs.
In conclusion, the function of technical drawing is to convey all the detailed information about a design or construction structure such as Kuala Lumpur Eco City building. Involved parties such as clients can determine the dimensions of the structure or item specifications by analyzing the technical drawings. In addition, technical drawings are also a guide in case of issues or concerns that have the potential to slow down the construction process. The guide is based on the detailed information contained in the drawings. There are several benefits obtained during the study of the Kuala Lumpur Eco-City technical drawings. Among the benefits is improving skills in solving the problem encountered. This can be demonstrated through several sections of technical drawings that require students to think critically and creatively, to elaborate in more detail on complex design and construction problems. Additionally, this research also helps improve spatial awareness. This is so because this study helps our group to develop an understanding of 3D space and viewing angles on structures that have different functions.